Hi, and thanks for joining us today for 2 Minutes of Truth. After a brief time away, we're going to jump back in and talk about our ministry's namesake, Mark chapter 2, and we're going to look at the first 6 verses. We've got a lot to cover today, and we are going to go over our 2-minute time frame, so let's go ahead and jump right in. Now, in this passage, Jesus is teaching in a house in Capernaum, and it was packed, standing room only, no way to get through. And then some guys come and bring a man who's paralyzed, to try to get him to Jesus. They knew that if they could get their friend to Jesus, that he could heal him. And let's look at verse 4. They could not get him to Jesus because of the crowd. They made an opening in the roof above Jesus, and after digging through it, they lowered a mat the paralyzed man was laying on. When Jesus saw their faith, he forgave his sins and healed him so he could walk. Now, in biblical times, it's important for us to know that houses were made of stone and had mud roofs and staircases that typically went up to the roof. So these 4 guys carried a grown man up a flight of stairs. Not an easy task. Once they were there, they had to dig through layers and layers of mud mixed with straw, hardened by the intense sun of Capernaum. Not an easy task. Once the hole was created, they had to lower this same grown man through without dropping him and hurting himself or somebody else down below him, namely Jesus. Not an easy task. So Jesus knew their hearts. He knew the work that they put in to get their friend there to him. And he knew that they knew that he could heal their friend. And faith like that is what healed the man that was paralyzed. So do we have faith like that? Do you? Do I? Do those of us in our churches have that kind of faith that can heal? Now I want to read a passage from the Life Application Study Bible Commentary that speaks so perfectly to this. It says, successful churches or busy Christians can be oblivious to needy people who want to see Jesus. In some churches, if the crowd is too thick and too disinterested, a person in need may simply wander away. How sad when the people in a church are so preoccupied with their own relationships and agendas that they don't see those who are trying to get in. That should never happen. Where Jesus is present, may the faces of the faithful reflect his love, may their hands extend to greet all newcomers, and may they open a way for others to come in. Now that's very well said. But so what do we do here at Mark 2? We make a way for churches to open their doors to others come in. We act like the friends of the man who was paralyzed in the 2nd chapter of Mark's Gospel. We do whatever it takes to get our friends with disabilities to see Jesus, even if that means that we carry him up on the roof and dig a hole. We help churches reflect Jesus' love and extend welcoming hands to include people who don't fit into a traditional mold of worship. Now, church, listen, we can't be too successful. We can't be too busy or too full to see people who need Jesus. What can you do to help people with disabilities get to Jesus? Plenty. All you need is an open and loving heart, and I can teach you the rest. As always, remember to make a way, not an excuse. Thanks for joining us and taking the time to watch. I love you.